In this video, I'm going to take a look at, there's a couple of problems on the XYZ homework. They're actually homework 3, so it's already closed, but I've gotten quite a few questions after the closing of it. This is a good problem to check if you fully understand the whole right triangle relationship for sine and cosine and tangent, etc. So this is an example of the problem we're looking at. Sine of b is equal to 1/2 and a is equal to 20, and we're supposed to find b and c. So, and I have that over here. So first thing you'd want to do is draw a triangle and orient things. The capital B are the angles. This is the right triangle, right angle over here, so that would be B. This would be capital A, which means this would be small b, or lowercase b, and lowercase a, and this would be lowercase c. So the lowercase letters are the side links across from the capital letters is the general idea. So this would be capital C over here also. Okay, so what they're telling us is that since sine of b is equal to 1/2, that does not mean that the opposite is 1 and the hypotenuse is 2. It means that the ratio of the opposite to the hypotenuse is 1 to 2. So what we can say is that sine of b is equal to 1 over 2, which is also equal to b over c. Because that's what sine of b means. Sine of b is the opposite over the hypotenuse, so we put b over c. So that means the relationship between b and c is c is twice as big as b. You can see that here. If we cross multiply, in a sense, we get c is equal to 2b. Okay, so that's true of this triangle. So then we take that into consideration with the fact that it tells us a is 20. So if I replace this with 20, all right, then, and I know that c is the same thing as 2b, I could replace that c with 2b, because it says right here that c is equal to 2b. So now I have a right triangle with these three side links, and I know the Pythagorean theorem is true, so that means that 20 squared plus b squared has to be equal to 2b whole thing squared. That's just applying the Pythagorean theorem, which means 400 plus b squared is equal to 4b squared. That's what you get when you do 2b times 2b. 2 times 2 is 4, and b times b is b squared. So then if I subtract b squared from both sides, I get 400 is equal to 3b squared, which means 400 divided by 3 is equal to b squared, and therefore b is equal to 20 over the square root of 3. Okay, so now we have that, and I think the question again was, what is b and c, right? So b is 20 over square root of 3, and then, of course, c is twice that, so c would be 40 over the square root of 3. And there you have it. So it's just a matter of setting up the right ratio and then using that information plus the given value to find the other three. All right, hopefully this is helpful.